Hi, my name is Mark. If you've been playing guitar for a while, you've heard the
You gotta learn scales.
It sounds easy for someone to say, yeah, just learn scales. But then what do you do with those scales? If you follow players like Guthrie Govan or Andy James, they suggest you mix your scales with the minor pentatonic scale. For instance, if you have the Dorian mode or the Dorian scale, Guthrie Govan, for instance, would say, okay, that kind of fits in the minor pentatonic box. So you just play your minor pentatonic things, and then you can add some extra Dorian notes in there. And that works perfectly fine, and I do it tons of times. But if you want to try some new licks, I have a suggestion for you. You all know these 3-note per string shapes like... If you're playing your blues stuff, if you gotta do some crazy scale-like stuff, you'll probably just go... And that's fine, there's no problem in that, especially if you like that sound, do those kind of licks. But this is something I like to do that I think you should check out. I like to mix the scale I'm thinking of, plus the minor pentatonic scale, and do it 3 notes per string. This is an example I'm pretty fond of. Let's check it out. The scale I'll be mixing with the minor pentatonic is the Hungarian minor scale. If you don't know what a Hungarian minor scale is, it's pretty much like a harmonic minor scale, but you sharpen the 4th. Pretty dark and mysterious, my kind of thing. If you try to do the scale 3 notes per string, this is the first position you'll get. If you try to do this scale in kind of a box position, you'll get this shape. Or some kind of variation with that. But what we're here for is to mix it with the minor pentatonic scale. Again, you can just use your standard blues licks. And then add these little Hungarian minor notes. Or you can do what I suggested in the beginning, which is to play both of the scales at the same time, 3 notes per string. How do you do it, you ask? It's easy. You get your minor pentatonic scale. Then you get your Hungarian minor scale. Then you play every note in the minor pentatonic scale, along with every note in the Hungarian minor scale. Why is this cool? Well, because it kind of adds some extra chromatics in there. If you mix both of these scales, you'll get this lick. I'll do it in the span of 1 octave. And in the beginning, it may not sound that special. But once you add it to your catalog of licks, trust me, it will be really cool. For instance, if you do... In case you haven't noticed it, we're in D minor. And the lick itself starts on the 13th fret of the 1st string. Then 12th fret. Then 10th fret. Then you play the exact same thing on the string above it, just a fret up. So instead of starting on the 13th fret, start on the 14th fret. Like... Then you do a chromatic line on the 3rd string within the 14th, 13th, and 12th fret. Then you play the same pattern you played on the 1st string and on the 2nd string, but starting on the 15th fret of the 4th string. So it's just an octave down. Like this you get. I usually keep it around here, but you can keep going down. again, it's nothing that hard. All we're doing is just playing all the notes of the minor pentatonic scale with all the notes of the Hungarian minor scale. And instead of playing it in this box position, we're playing at 3 notes per string. It kinda makes it more shreddy. I really like the Hungarian minor scale, but you can do it with other scales. Depending on the scale you choose, it may give you a different chromatic vibe. For instance, if you try to blend in the Dorian, you're pretty much just playing the Dorian note. You're playing your minor pentatonic scale and your Dorian scale. If you mix both of them together, you got the Dorian mode. So you gotta choose your scales. Preferably, the less notes they have in common, the more chromatic vibe you'll get. If you try to do this kind of lick with the Mixolydian scale is just the Dorian scale, but with a natural third instead of a minor third. So if you try to mix Mixolydian and the minor pentatonic, they're pretty much playing... which is a cool lick, but in my opinion not as cool as the Hungarian minor lick. I don't know if you liked it or not, but it's a different concept, and I think you may enjoy it. In this case, I mixed the Hungarian minor scale with the minor pentatonic. But you don't need to use the minor pentatonic nor the Hungarian minor scale. You can use whatever scales you want. The only thing you gotta watch out is what scales you choose. If you choose just a major scale, and you try to mix it with the Phrygian mode, for instance, since those scales are just mirrored versions of the other, instead of getting a cool line, you'll just get a chromatic scale. So yeah, if you're trying these kinds of licks, try not to choose scales that are too similar, but don't try and choose scales that are too different. But yeah, what did you think? Leave a comment below. I'm not sure if this video was the kind of video you guys would like to see, but I've been trying different stuff to see what works and what doesn't. So please, leave a comment below, not only telling me what you think, but what kind of videos I should make. I'm trying to upload more regularly, and your suggestions will help a lot. As always, I'm giving away free Skype lessons. If you'd like to win one free Skype lesson with me, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, turn on the notifications below, like my Facebook page, follow me on Instagram, and then DM me on one of those social media with screenshots, proving that you did everything I've said before. They are limited though, so be fast. Also, if you've learned this lick, please play it, post it on Instagram, and tag me. I'll see it and share it. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, cheers!